It is a deeply historic derby. The rivalry between Spain and Portugal is ancient and heartfelt, and so this is an intense, intriguing Iberian affair. It is utterly unpredictable. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. And when these two meet, Jim, we know it is special.
Well, the calibre of players available to both teams makes this game a potential classic every time, Peter. OK, you may think the Spaniards have had the better of things in direct showdowns in recent big tournaments, but I can see very little difference in terms of relative strengths.
There could be trouble here. Goes for a shot! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
And this is why almost every team presses from the front these days, Peter. If you get it right, it creates more chances.
Nuno Mendes. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, there's no doubt as to who the creative hub in the side is. It's Mikel Oyarzabal. He boasts some of the most impressive records when it comes to goals and assists, Peter, helped by the fact that he can play anywhere across that front line, and also he has a real willingness to run beyond the strikers. And there's a lot to admire about this guy.
Yes, he's certainly the one who carries the hopes of his team. Vitinha, and he decides to cross it. Pau Kubasi tries to clear. And now they can spring out of defence. Well timed, excellent interception. Ruben Dias. Not a bad start to the game, a chance at either end already. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. João Felix. João Felix! Oh, it's a vicious effort. Cucurella. And that's a throw. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Now it's Oyarzabal. Vega proves too strong. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. So we're still where we started right now. He's in a great position here. Pedro Neto. That's a good foray he's making. Laporte gets over and intercepts. Played out towards the right wing. Now it's Ferran Torres. Nicely aimed pass. Vitinha. And it's Neves. Spread to the right. João Neves, unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Pedro Neto. João Cancelo. To Bruno Fernandes. That's been slipped through, and he's managed to get free. Can he finish? Goal! Spain! And it's Spain who take the lead. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Oh, he's just loving that. Certainly gives you a very unique feeling. Tremendous. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Oh, that's fabulous. Nicely weighted ball. Chance, surely! Well taken goal. And they're threatening to fly away here. Simplicity itself.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
Spain are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Cucurella. Laporte. Cucurella. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Gavi gets into a good position. And he's there to clear it. Cucurella made a surge from full-back, as it turned out, unsuccessfully. Oh, played through for the wide man. And that has been knocked clear. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Plays the return pass. Pedro Neto. Cristiano Ronaldo. Searching pass he's played there. And that is well cleared. There will be a throw-in. And he's picked it up out wide. It's going to be another throw. Now the ball in. And he gets rid in a hurry. Oh, good spread. Ferran Torres. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Rodri. That's going wide left. And the whistle goes for half-time. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
The boss is going to be disappointed with the way his team just switched off for those 2 goals. They'll have to take some risks now to try and get back in this game, and it's easier said than done, as we know.
Well, the players definitely know they're in a derby. More of the same to come after the break, you can be sure of that. So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. Hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. Takes a shot! Nearly, but not quite.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Rodri. And it's Cucurella. And it's Gavi. Gavi running with the ball. It's Pedri. Bruno Fernandes did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Vitinha. Nuno Mendes. That's tidy. A hefty challenge, but fair enough. Llorente did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Pedri. Gavi receives it in a wide position. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Laporte. And here's Gavi. Pedri. And the finish! And it's come back out to him. Vega with the clearance. And it's Ruiz. Look at the space here.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
Portugal are looking to break at pace. Is there a tries a shot? Cucurella tries to pass it through. Kubasi goes long. Bruno Fernandes looking to pass their way up the pitch. Oh, that was vital. And that was very necessary. And here's João Felix. Mendes picks it up out wide. Cucurella tries to clear. And it's ended up in no man's land. Now it's Oyarzabal. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Vitinha. Bruno Fernandes. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Pedri. Fabian Ruiz. Gavi. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Llorente. Pedri. Rodri. He's in plenty of space here. He's picked his way through. And that could well leave a mark. And he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. Time then for the first substitution of the game. Nico Williams to come on, a change that had been mooted for a while.
Yeah, I think the manager might have feared his team could become a little tentative, conservative even, Peter, but this will make a nice change. Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. João Neves. That is good alertness. Rodri. Passing is crisp and sharp. Now it's Ferran Torres. Oh, good-looking ball. Cristiano Ronaldo. That's put pay to the danger. Ball's gone out of play. So we have further activity on the bench here. Yamal coming on here. A change that was broadly anticipated.
Yeah, they've gone for more energy up front. This is a clear message, Peter.
Now it's Oyarzabal. Oh, he's found support out wide. He has found the way through.
Portugal really have been second best here, second to every ball, and they can't have any complaints about where they are now. The good thing is they haven't given up, but it's not looking favourable. That's just playing it safe and simple.
He's found a way through. That is good strength. And he plays one through. And that's a simple one for the keeper.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Picked out brilliantly. Ruben Dias, clearly the target here.
Yeah, whether it's knockdowns or headers, you'll know he'll fight for it. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes delivers. Ball's played through.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
He's got away. Now it's crossed into the middle. Now there's a fine ball. And smartly reclaimed. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Portugal perhaps ended up out of ideas and out of steam. Some warm applause and acknowledgement of the effort put in by the players, but that does not hide the overall. It is a deeply historic derby. The rivalry between Spain and Portugal is ancient and heartfelt, and so this is an intense, intriguing Iberian affair. It is utterly unpredictable. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. And when these two meet, Jim, we know it is special.
Well, the calibre of players available to both teams makes this game a potential classic every time, Peter. OK, you may think the Spaniards have had the better of things in direct showdowns in recent big tournaments, but I can see very little difference in terms of relative strengths.
So we're very much on the way now. This easily the most... Oyarzabal! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Nuno Mendes. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, this guy, Peter, Marcus Llorente, has had a huge effect by just moving position, moving a little further forward. Who would have imagined he could be so creative and such a prolific goal scorer too? Expect to see him make a lot of those powerful surges up the pitch. And
oh, he's been caught now. Shot at goal! Goal! Spain! Pressure, what pressure? He feels none of it.
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well, that's changed the mood entirely, as you'd expect, Peter. It'll be fascinating now to see what kind of reaction it will cause.
And it's Ruiz. Pedro Neto. And this is Ronaldo. He's going to be disappointed with that. Fabian Ruiz. Rodri.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Vitinha. He has a look out. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Pedri. Now it's Gavi. Over to the right flank. Joao Felix. Probing pass. And he cuts out the supply. Fabian Ruiz. Now it's Ferran Torres. Great vision, expertly cut out, really nicely done.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either. Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And it's Pedri. Rodri. That's a good ball out wide. Mendes makes the interception. Oyarzabal. Bruno Fernandes. It's a really well-measured ball. And here's Gavi. Pinches it off him. João Cancelo. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. 30 minutes gone. Now that shapes the shoot! Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. Portugal could not have chosen a worse moment. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
Yeah, the keeper was trying to make him think that he was going to dive one way here. Could have just held a little longer.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but...
It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Cucurella can clear it away. Fabian Ruiz. This ended up in no man's land. And here's Joao Felix. Laporte. Portugal are in need of a lift as we head up towards the break. Ruben Dias. João Cancelo. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Nicely weighted ball. Fabian Ruiz. Spread to the right. It's a good foot in there. And it's Vitinha. And here's Neves. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. And here's the chance to counter. Pedri, spread it left. And the return pass. This looks promising. Oh, such a clever touch. João Neves, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And he was quick to react. And here's Oyarzabal. Now it's Gavi. Pedro Neto. And the referee has signalled for half-time. Well, the players definitely know they're in a derby. More of the same to come after the break. You can be sure of that. So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline.
Oh, he's been caught on it here. And it's played in here. Cross is blocked, and that's a corner. Portugal with the corner, they're first. They've played it short. That's put paid to the danger. And now they can spring out of defence. Ferran Torres. He is through here. Vitinha. Bruno Fernandes. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Now it's Oyarzabal. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Oyarzabal! And that has been knocked clear. Ferran Torres. It's all becoming so easy. It was wonderfully efficient.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and...
Ferran Torres! He's kept it out just.
It's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
And it's been taken short. Cross to the back post. Portugal are looking to go forward now. Cristiano Ronaldo. Bruno Fernandes running with intent. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, the keeper's equal to it.
Well, that's a sign that he clearly feels the need to take it upon himself to try and get his side back into this.
Bruno Fernandes plays it short. Great chance! That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. And he has shown him a yellow card. Pedro Neto does really well to win the ball there. João Felix! Well, that is rather wayward. So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Nico Williams to come on, a change that had been mooted for a while.
Yeah, they've gone for more energy up front. This is a clear message, Peter.
Spread out to the left, knocks it into space. Nico Williams has the space to scheme, and it's hoisted clear. Pedro Neto looking for the run. João Neves driving through the middle. Oh, super ball. Can he finish? And he's taking no chances there. Corner number 3 coming up. Bruno Fernandes with the short one. And a chance! And for sure, that was not one of his best. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Rodri. Pedri. Fabian Ruiz. Now it's Oyarzabal. There's the shot! Outstanding save to keep that out.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
Spain have opted to make another change here. Yamal coming on here, a change that was broadly anticipated.
Yeah, I think the manager might have feared his team could become a little tentative, conservative even, Peter, but this will make a nice change.
Oh, that pass isn't the best. Pedro Neto. Neatly clipped into space. Unai Simon claims comfortably. So a bit of a revolving door here. Lots of changes.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Pedri. He's had it taken off him. Ruben Dias. And this is Ronaldo. Pedri, and they can counter here. And it's Cucurella. Oh, there's a probing ball. Can he get on the end of this? Williams.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Bruno Fernandes. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. It's an inviting-looking ball, that. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Ruben Dias driving forwards. João Neves. Now it's Pedro Neto. Kubasi pokes it out wide. Cucurella. Can he get it through? It's a promising position. He's got away. Just the keeper in his way. Williams. Pedro Neto. And no, that was never going to make it. 5 minutes to add. And that is out of play. And here's Nico Williams. Nico Williams proves just a little bit too strong. Merino, and he's made sure that's not getting through. Vitinha. Merino. Yamal knocks it out wide. He's on it, can he get away? Big chance! And that's in! His utter joy! He engages with... That's that, the end. Portugal cannot spin this any other way. They came up against opponents who were thrilling, at times unplayable, who simply brushed them off. So there it is. What struck you most about that?
Well, you can never predict the results of these games, as your usual indicators like form become pretty irrelevant. It's a tough one to take, but these players have got what it takes to come back from this.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. Well, there's little doubt that Spain and Portugal are two of the 21st century's most formidable teams. Both ambitious, both obliged to win, both crammed with incredible talent, but only one can prevail. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. And when these two meet, Jim, we know it is special.
Well, the calibre of players available to both teams makes this game a potential classic every time, Peter. OK, you may think the Spaniards have had the better of things in direct showdowns in recent big tournaments, but I can see very little difference in terms of relative strengths.
We are just getting started. One of the most eagerly awaited games in football. It never lets us down.
Can you think of a better way to have started this game? Talk about how to stamp your authority on things. You've just seen it.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Oh, he's just loving that. Certainly gives you a very unique feeling. Tremendous.
Played into space.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Nuno Mendes. Gently done. Now it's Joao Felix. Portugal leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. He's well positioned here. Deftly away. And it's Cucurella. Gavi. In with the challenge. Quick look, thought about cutting inside. Ah, such a clever touch. Crosses it in. Vega gets it away. Spread out to the left. Here comes another cross. Good movement there, but not the best of finishes.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
And it's been taken short. Pinches it off him. And the finish! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Well, you get a sense, Peter, that he could almost get to anything today.
Diogo Costa gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. And now they can spring out of defence. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And here's Neves. Look at the space here. Unai Simon gets it away. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Rodri. Pedri. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. João Cancelo. Now it's Neves. João Neves! Just off target.
Oh, he got lots of power behind that, just couldn't quite get it on target.
Llorente. And it's Pedri. Now it's Gavi. He has found the way through. And here's Pedri. Oh, he's got a crucial block in there. Great ball, and he's in here. Real chance! Dispatched clinically. They have come roaring back.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! And that is one way to get his defending done. Bruno Fernandes with the short one. Vitinha! It's a loose ball. Flings in across. And that should get the... Can he finish? Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
He's trying to hit the front line here. Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. Now Joao Felix. Joao Felix! And he's there to belt it away. Oh, that's fabulous. Pedro Neto with the delivery. And the keeper gets his hands on it. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. And they've got a throw. He's had it taken off him. That has been cut short. There will be a throw-in. Now, can they get him away? Just eases him off the ball. And that's definitely not his best. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. Any thoughts on all this so far, Jim?
Well, I think we got a good indication of what both sides want to do, Peter. I suspect both will continue with their respective approaches, give or take the odd fine-tuning.
And it has been confrontational, combative, competitive, everything you'd expect from Derby Day. So 45 minutes of uncompromising football, and at the break, it's one each. So straight into the second half.
Portugal are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Can he get on the end of this?
Yeah, we get to see this more and more, defenders popping up in these positions.
João Neves, João Felix, Nuno Mendes. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Llorente, Ferran Torres.
That's going in strongly.
That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. And this is Ronaldo. Spain can breathe again, just.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
And here's Neves, shoots! Now, who's going to be first to this? And he's there to get it away. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo! More pressure on the opposition goal.
Portugal really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
Rodri. Almost an hour gone. Gavi. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
And he's managed to get free. Laid out to the left flank. Ah, that's a fine interception. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Now it's João Felix. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And he's had it nicked away. Llorente. And the break is on. Pedri. Nicely spread.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Now it's Ferran Torres. Ferran Torres with the delivery. Bruno Fernandes. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And it's Bruno Fernandes. And here's Neto. And here's Bruno Fernandes. Pedri. Rodri. Pass somewhat off target. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. It's not an especially good pass, that. Laporte. Ferran Torres. Time then for the first substitution of the game. Gavi, who got amongst the goals, is being taken off now.
Yeah, he'll get a good ovation for his contribution. I'm not so sure why he's leaving us, though. There's no obvious sign of injury or fatigue.
Big chance! Goal! Spain! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
Spain, off the ball! And that really should have been that.
Just got too eager there, I think, Peter. Had half an eye on the two-goal cushion.
Al Kubasi gathers from the goal kick. Now it's Joao Felix.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
That's a little off target.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Oh, that pass isn't the best. Nico Williams wants to run onto this. Now there's the shot! It's a goal! And surely now, the result's beyond doubt. Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
So is that the decisive goal? Not much in the way of time remaining.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
That has been slung wide. Nico Williams finding himself in space. Pops him off it and wins back the ball. Vega clears it away. And here's Nico Williams. And he's in on goal. Joao Felix. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And that's it. Portugal played more than a part in what has been a very exciting game. A game that began so promising. Well, there's little doubt that Spain and Portugal are two of the 21st century's most formidable teams. Both ambitious, both obliged to win, both crammed with incredible talent, but only one can prevail. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. A pair of neighbours ready to go at each other again.
Well, the calibre of players available to both teams makes this game a potential classic every time, Peter. OK, you may think the Spaniards have had the better of things in direct showdowns in recent big tournaments, but I can see very little difference in terms of relative strengths.
If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Yet another page in the history of this grand old rivalry. Oh no, this does not look good. And here's Ruiz. Vitinha does well to get it back. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Threads one in. Oh, delightful ball. Caught offside that time. Cristiano Ronaldo. Now it's Pedro Neto. Incoming delivery. Laporte. Great chance! Had a swing, but it wasn't to be.
Well, that was inventive and speculative, but the thought process was a little slicker than the attempt.
And now they can clear their lines. Now it's Gavi. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Shot could be on. Very nicely done. First quarter of an hour gone. Oyarzábal showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Shoots! Pedri. That's destined for the flank. Gavi looking to receive it in space. And it's Cucurella.
Whatever happens, that...
And a header! And oh, he's got that completely wrong. Cucurella gathers from the goal kick. Bruno Fernandes. Good, strong midfield. Bruno Fernandes! Denied by an instinctive save.
It's quite a show he's putting on here. This is excellent work.
And we have our very first corner. Bruno Fernandes with the short one. Al-Kubasi is there, and he can get that clear. Well, it's gone out again, and so we'll have a repeat corner. Portugal have their second corner now. They've played it short. Vitinha is onto this. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Rodri can clear it away. And it's Neves. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Cucurella. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. And they're back on the ball again. And it's Mendes. Delivers the ball. Al-Kubasi clears without hesitation. Mendes just loves to go forward whenever he can. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Now it's Gavi. He's found a way through. Well, that looks a decent ball. Real chance! Goal! Portugal! And Portugal score first. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Portugal penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Well, he's certainly happy with that after what's been said in the build-up, you know.
And here's Llorente. Half-time getting close now. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Vitinha. Portugal leading then, courtesy of the goal scored late in the first half here. And the score is 1-0. He has found the way, goes for a shot! And he's found the net! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
And that is the end of the first half. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. So, Jim, neither side getting it all their own way so far.
Well, I think we got a good indication of what both sides want to do, Peter. I suspect both will continue with their respective approaches, give or take the odd fine-tuning.
Well, it has been confrontational, combative, competitive, everything you'd expect from Derby Day. Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. And we are back on the way.
Portugal have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Now it's Pedri. He's shifting through the gears here. Good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. He's in a great position here. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And the shot! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Spain really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
João Cancelo. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. João Neves. He was under real pressure there. Gavi. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Vega kept his eye on it, and he's there. João Cancelo. Now this could be a chance. Tries to play it through.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Ferran Torres does have his name on the score sheet, of course.
Yeah, we get to see this more and more. Defenders popping up in these positions.
Not pretty, but it gets the job done. You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
Nice bit of trickery. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Llorente going forward. Great ball if he can get there. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Now it's Oyarzabal. Now it's Gavi. Spread it left. Looking for the run. He has a look up. And the break is on. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Now it's Oyarzabal. It's a really well-measured ball. Llorente. And the shot! Goal! Spain! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball, and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
I think this team shows great willpower and a wonderful never-say-die attitude. No other outfit can match them. They just keep going. Superb.
Nico Williams.
That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern coach's mindset.
And here's Nico Williams. Portugal very much running into the last chance saloon.
Well, whatever it is, Peter, it needs to be drastic and quick. Maybe the late show.
Kubasi. And it's Pedri. And here's Oyarzabal. Williams. Oh, that's fabulous. In by Murray. Getting up there! And he's there to belt it away. Spain making further changes here, and in quick succession.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Tries to pass it through. Big chance! And that's in! And surely that clinches it! There really is no way back now! Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently, and he picked out the perfect target.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
So is that the decisive goal? Not much in the way of time remaining. Decent chance! Oh, it's gone in! Deep into injury time! A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce, and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
Portugal give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Portugal pleasingly clever on the ball. They had their moments, but ultimately... It is a deeply historic derby. The rivalry between Spain and Portugal is ancient and heartfelt, and so this is an intense, intriguing Iberian affair. It is utterly unpredictable. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Cristiano Ronaldo! Cristiano Ronaldo! The glamour and the glory!
What a perfect way to spark the game. The perfect statement of intent, the perfect timing, and the perfect finish.
There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Well, the roof's just about stayed on, but...
Way off the ball! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Nuno Mendes. Vitinha. And it's Neves. Looking to play him in. João Cancelo has the space to scheme. In by Cancelo. Cleared without hesitation. Just eases him off the ball. João Cancelo. Now it's Pedro Neto. Now that looks a decent ball. Portugal leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Big chance! He's had a shot! Vitinha. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Portugal already with the upper hand and looking to turn it into something close to dominance. Chance! And he nearly went all the way.
Well, it came to nothing in the end, but it certainly got the crowd going.
Llorente. Ferran Torres. And he's gone searching crossfield. Here's Rodri. And here's Ruiz. He's a sharp little ball here.
Fabian Ruiz really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Nicely spread. He's found space here. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Nuno Mendes. Vitinha. Well timed, excellent interception. He shifted it to the flank. Now this could be a chance. Gavi has it in a wide position. Ruben Diaz goes back to front. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Unai Simon breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Fabian Ruiz. Great vision. Picked out brilliantly. Header! And he makes no mistake. Spain are all square. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
We're looking at a different game now.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant. Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Well, nicely intercepted. Rodri. Mendes does well to get it back. Ferran Torres. Llorente in acres of space out wide. A poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. And it's been played through. And he's in, and a chance! And again! There it is! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, you might think I'm being a bit harsh, Peter, but I just can't help the feeling that the keeper should have done a better job. Full stop.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
And here's Pedri. Now it's Gavi. He's found a way through. Can he finish? And that is wildly off target.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
And it's Mendes. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? That has been cut short. And that brings the first half to a close. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half. And we are up to the break.
Oh, what a half, Peter. What a half. It really has had a bit of everything. Two sides going tooth and nail, trying to win this from the off. If only all games could serve this up.
Well, it's been a proper derby so far, no doubt about that. Intense and utterly captivating. So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. And so the action is resumed.
It's not easy being down in situations like this. I know it's an overused term, but you really have to play with courage. Be brave, and let's see where it gets you. You might just get lucky because of it.
Oh, he's found support out wide. Decent chance! And that should get the job done. It's a really well-measured ball. He is through here! Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Now it's Pedro Neto. He's in a great position here. Swell Neves! So can they find a way to turn around this deficit? Now it's Gavi. He's got away. Spread it left. Cucurella providing an outlet on that flank. Diogo Costa deals with that nice and simple.
Is that the first time we've seen him try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
Pedri, lovely pass, but can he get there? Can he latch on to this? The referee has given a corner. That has been slung wide. Portugal are looking to go forward now. And here's Neves.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
He's picked his way through. He's in plenty of space here. Oh, this is a great position. Ferran Torres unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. João Neves aims beyond the defence. Oh, he's been caught on it here.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Portugal can breathe again, just.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Now it's Gavi. Engages and forces him off the ball. Half an hour gone in the second half. He's being urged to... And the shot! And that could come back to haunt them.
What a chance. It looked to me like he just changed his mind at the last second there.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Well, there is that saying, Peter, that if it isn't broke, don't try and fix it. But I suppose you don't want to risk anything in a game like this.
Oh, that's a key interception. Bruno Fernandes.
Spain clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Well, there's a probing ball. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And he's intervened well there. Laporte. Time is running out here.
Yeah, it's not looking good, Peter. Never say never, though.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And this is Ronaldo. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Goal! Portugal! It's level again! What a match we have!
Yeah, and it's very much deserved in the circumstances. In these games, it's so tempting to maybe get a little sorry for yourselves, but there's none of that.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Substituição para Portugal. Número 11.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. It is compelling, this, utterly compelling.
Well, now they've saved themselves. You can really sense a change in the whole atmosphere here. It's going to be pretty manic from now to the final whistle.
And he shoots! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Denied by an instinctive save.
He's definitely living up to the occasion here. He just loves being out there amongst it. This is a Hollywood or bus corner. The final whistle is up next. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Rodri, Pedri, and it's Rodri. Yamal, Llorente picks it up now. Ruben Neves, Trincao. It's a pretty loose pass. Spread out to the left.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And no, he's seen through all of that. Nicely aimed pass. Still nothing in it, and we will be back for 30 more minutes. Well, still no winner, Jim.
Well, look, this has been a hard-fought encounter, Peter, so mistakes are far more likely over the next 30 minutes.
Well, no winner so far, but somebody has to be the winner. And extra time is next. And we are already back underway. Portugal displayed great character to force extra time from what looked a chance for a shot!
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Nico Williams. Pass somewhat off target. Cristiano Ronaldo being watched hawkishly here.
Yeah, as you'd expect, Peter, that defence ought to know when to step up or drop off, and they finally made the decision to get tighter.
And it's Bernardo Silva, and he's taking no chances there.
Está a acontecer uma substituição.
It's their second corner of the game, and it's been taken short.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Nico Williams. And he's had it nicked away. Kubasi. For Merino. Pedri. And Kubasi. Yamal. Merino. He shifted it to the flank. And he's managed to... Williams! Another one of football's and how moments.
Nico Williams fully appreciates that he could have won it then, and now he'll be all the keener not to lose it.
Now it's Trincao, and that intercept. And we're halfway through extra time. Well, no question, the will exists to try and win it, but limbs are tired, options are depleted, and time now is short. And the action has already restarted. This really has been thrilling. Both sides going at it, and now for the final act. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Vega. And it's Mendes. Not getting too much time on the ball here, that is good pressing. And it's Dallo. Now it's Conceição. Bernardo Silva. And Bernardo Silva! And no! He had to, and yet he could not. Pedro Porro. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
Diogo Dallo, and the shot! And that would have been some goal.
Diogo Dallo clearly is trying to be too clever there. He should have gone with his instincts. Well, they've got to get everyone forward, and maybe even the keeper.
Vitinha plays it short. And this is shapes to shoot! That's really well cleared.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Tries to play it through. Ball swung in. Pedro Porro. Conceição. Closing in on goal. So there you have it, penalties. Well, Jim, what say you after all of this?
Look, I've been in this position myself, and after a grueling game, you don't want to back down if the manager asks you to take a penalty for fear of appearing weak. You can't let fatigue cloud your judgment.
Nothing more the coaches can do. They, along with the rest of us, mere spectators, as we hit football's ultimate drama. So this one to set the tone. And he has done his bit.
Well, so far, so good, Peter.
Big character, big moment, big save. Portugal with this chance to pull two clear. Oh, that's a great get by the keeper. That is how you answer the call.
Gamesmanship or not, Peter, whatever he did worked a treat.
duly obliges. Vitinha, the third man up. No! Denied remarkably!
Well, it was a possibility of happening like that, the way he was moving beforehand. Very good save. Credit to him. You really need courage to do that in these circumstances as well.
Portugal looking to keep step. Now that is how to take a penalty.
Well, any penalty converted is a good penalty, so he did his bit there.
Oh, sent him the wrong way.
How confident was that? Backed himself all the way. He just has to trust his instincts and pick the right spot.
And stuck away with ice in his veins.
I thought he handled the pressure really well there. His focus cut right through it.
Oh, he saved it! And the drama continues. A huge pressure penalty, reserved only for the bravest of men.
I didn't think his body language looked great.
Agonising, just agonising.
I don't think he ever really looked comfortable, put too much pressure on himself.
And that is the end of that.
Well, that's just wonderful, Peter. The pressure was on, but that's...
Well, there's little doubt that Spain and Portugal are two of the 21st century's most formidable teams. Both ambitious, both obliged to win, both crammed with incredible talent, but only one can prevail. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and will be getting underway very soon. A pair of neighbours ready to go at each other again.
Well, the calibre of players available to both teams makes this game a potential classic every time, Peter. OK, you may think the Spaniards have had the better of things in direct showdowns in recent big tournaments, but I can see very little difference.
Goes for a shot! Goal! Portugal! And Portugal score first! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Portugal are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Portugal have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Well, he's certainly happy with that after what's been said in the build-up, you know.
Pau Kubasi gets across to intercept that. Spread to the right. It's a pretty loose pass. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Vitinha. Now it's Neves. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Now it's Oyarzabal. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. He's in plenty of space here. He's picked his way through. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. It's out of play, and it is a goal kick. Cucurella picks it up from the goal kick. Oh, this looks sharp. Oh, that's fabulous. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Tries to pass it through. He is through here. And they've got rid. Pedri plays it short. Shoots!
Gavi just dropped the shoulder to engineer the feint. Now he'll have to shoulder the blame.
Kubasi. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Portugal leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. And the shot! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Portugal really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Cucurella. And it's Pedri. And it's Gavi. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. Here's Rodri. Oh, good spread. And here's Ferran Torres. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Now it's Ferran Torres. João Cancelo gets it away. And they're back on the ball again. And here's Oyarzabal. He's on it, can he get away? João Cancelo can get it clear. João Neves, now looking to orchestrate a counter. Gets a good foot in there. Now it's Ferran Torres. And here's Ruiz. Llorente. Now, can they get him away? Fabian Ruiz plays it in. Ruben Dias with the clearance. Now it's Pedro Neto. Portugal are one up and looking surprisingly comfortable. Bruno Fernandes with the short one. Chance for a shot! Well, now in he goes again. Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Well, at least he was in the right position and he reacted quickly enough. The manager will like that.
Llorente. Yeah, that looks a decent ball. He's got away.
Ferran Torres clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Vamos ter minuto de compensação.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Ball's gone out of play. Shot could... Can he finish? And it's in! And there's the goal they've been looking for. You give him an inch and he'll take a mark. And that is all they have time for.
Well, I don't think most of us were expecting a second, Peter. It's become pretty much the ideal half.
That certainly seems to be the case.
And that ought to encourage an even more ambitious approach in this second half, Peter, with control already established.
Well, it's been a proper derby so far, no doubt about that. Intense and utterly captivating. Portugal looking composed, content, comfortable, leading 2-0 at half-time. And we're already back up and running after half-time. Pedro Neto. Cucurella promptly onto that, and that is that. Gavi providing an outlet on that flank.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
That has been slung wide.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
And that pass just didn't quite work. Corner number 2 then. Bruno Fernandes goes short. That's put paid to the danger.
Yeah, we get to see this more and more. Defenders popping up in these positions.
Ferran Torres was only too happy to help out in defence.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Oh, that's a fine challenge. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Oh, it's come off the upright. Forced to go back. Takes a shot! Cucurella.
Este jogo teve uma assistência de 29.550.
Just about up to the hour now. And he cuts out the supply. Throw-in. Spain can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Well, this could be an indication that the team are setting themselves up for the counter-attack here, Peter, and he is very good at that type of thing.
Pedro Neto has the space to scheme. Cucurella threads one in. No, that's been intercepted. Vitinha being hunted in packs.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Laporte. Now Fabian Ruiz. And it's Cucurella. Now it's Gavi. Nicely weighted ball. Cucurella looking to hit the byline here. Bruno Fernandes did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Cleared away. Spain have opted to make another change here.
Well, this could be a bit of a nightmare scenario for the defence, as you're going to be facing a very willing runner now, especially one that likes to make those runs beyond the defensive line.
Llorente did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Oh, now he can run away with it. He has a look up. Big chance! We've got a goal! And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Spain cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes.
Laporte. Fabian Ruiz played out towards the right wing. Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. He's in a great position here. And it's Pedri. Cucurella. Williams produces a cross. Diogo Costa deals with that nice and simple. Bruno Fernandes. Now it's Pedro Neto. Looking to play him in. And he's managed to get free. Now it's Pedro Neto.
Portugal really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Joao Felix is onto it in a flash. They're back in possession and ready to go again. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Yamal. Good ball, good chance, surely! Oh, that could be pivotal! A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are...
So that means another 30 minutes football. So, Jim, any strong opinions after all of that?
Well, we can only hope we get an extra-time contest of similar ambition, provided fatigue doesn't begin to play a part.
So no winner at full time. We will be going the distance. Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur.
Well, I think he'll undoubtedly add more movement and fluidity in the final third with his passing range.
And we are already back underway. Portugal pay the price for failing to close out the match in normal time. Can they avoid the same fate here, where the consequences are still more serious? In with the challenge. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
He's going for goal! It's off target and by quite a way.
They're probably getting frustrated by the lack of chances, I suppose.
Subimendi, can he get it through? Oh, he's found support out wide. He has found the way through. That is a brilliant interception. Vitinha. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And he's quick to return it. Little pass back. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
That has not gone well. Spread to the right. Can he spark a counter here? And he's gone searching crossfield. It's a throw-in. Nico Williams. Now this could be a chance. There's the shot! Oh wow, that's crazy! So is that it? Is this the moment they stole it? So that was it, the first period of extra time. So this is it, one goal in it, and we're down to the last 15 minutes. Everyone on their last legs. Can there be one final twist? And if you're just back, well, the action is back underway already. This really has been thrilling. Both sides going at it, and now for the final act. That is ended up in no man's land. Tries to play it through. Oh, super ball! And the shot! He's got a goal! A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that two-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive.
João Cancelo does well not to be outdone there. Ruben Dias. Laporte defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Yamal is onto this. Has a look and plays it forward. And he's intervened well there. Bruno Fernandes. Oh, good spread. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting. Well, there's little doubt that Spain and Portugal are two of the 21st century's most formidable teams. Both ambitious, both obliged to win, both crammed with incredible talent, but only one can prevail. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. A pair of neighbours ready to go at each other again. Oh, good climb! No, just not quite.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the ball...
That could spell shot, surely! And it's a goal!
What a super start! A total shocker for the opponents. Talk about how to wrestle control. That's how you do it.
And that is a genuine ground-eat-me-up moment.
Well, how can they be so careless, Peter? It's too casual. They were never going to get away with that kind of sloppiness.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Oh, he's just loving that. Certainly gives you a very unique feeling. Tremendous.
Llorente caresses it through. It's gone all the way through to the keeper. Pedro Neto.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
And it's Bruno Fernandes. And it's Neves. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. João Neves. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, split-second reaction.
That'll earn him a few high fives. Probably feels he could have been better protected, though.
And we have our very first corner. Can he finish? Rodri attempts a clearance. Not the most accurate pass. Great ball, and he's in here. Shoots!
Well, it's been a very attacking start here. It's looking good for them if they can maintain what we've seen.
Now it's Oyarzabal. Played back. And here's Pedri. Oh, this looks sharp. Vega did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Out towards the flank. Tries to get it clear. Pedri. And Cucurella. This is a promising build-up. So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Vega kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, there's a probing ball. And now the breakaway. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Fabian Ruiz. Now it's Pedro Neto. Now it's Neves. Ronaldo was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, belter! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And there's the goal they've been looking for. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
So that's two now without reply.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
And oh, he's got that completely wrong. Not the best distribution from the keeper. Rodri, played into space. Oh, he's found support out wide. Well, that pass isn't the best. Ruben Dias. Vega. And they can counter here. And the pass is intercepted. This looks promising. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Now it's Oyarzabal. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Cucurella is in a really good position out wide.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
That's a lovely pass. Skims one in, and he's heaved it away. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part.
And the shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And another try! It's a goal! Oh, but the flag's up.
The decision came a little late because the referee initially didn't see the assistance flag, but it's the right call.
Disappointment and relief on either side, nothing doing. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. And he's gone looking for safety. Bruno Fernandes. Nuno Mendes. Real chance here. And that was very necessary. And that brings the first half to a close. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Well, the players definitely know they're in a derby. More of the same to come after the break, you can be sure of that. Portugal looking good, feeling good. It is 2-0 at the break. So, shot a goal! And the keeper couldn't hold it. Dispatched clinically. Just as they wanted it. Just when they wanted it. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
That has been drummed into him from such an early age, Peter. It almost came as second nature. He susses the keeper couldn't hold on to it, and he's there in a flash.
Spain cut their deficits and look raring to go again.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. The counter is on for Portugal. Cristiano Ronaldo. Nuno Mendes. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Ferran Torres in acres of space out wide. Gavi. João Felix. Cristiano Ronaldo is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, as you'd expect, Peter, that defence...
Oh, it's Cristiano Ronaldo! Incredible! Just incredible!
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
This is such a dominant performance. The defence are sick of the sight of him, but he doesn't look finished just yet.
Portugal now in a position far more desirable.
Well, everything is going to plan, Peter. A day for a regular managerial heartbeat, at least for...
He'll try from distance! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Fabian Ruiz clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Nuno Mendes. Bruno Fernandes. And that interception was most necessary. Vega. And it's Mendes. Here's Vitinha. Ruben Diaz for Pedro Neto. Now it's Neves.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And it's Vitinha. That has ended up in no man's land. Ferran Torres absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Cristiano Ronaldo! Yes! And they are disappearing out of sight. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
As if 3 weren't enough. This is nigh on utopian. Time then for the first substitution of the game. So now the difference is 3. And here's Ruiz. Oh, he's getting hounded, really hounded. Spread to the right. Llorente wants to run onto this.
They want to make the most of this turnover.
No, that's been intercepted. Pedri. Williams. That is lovely. That's destined for the flank. Flings in across. Terrific effort! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. And here's Nico Williams. João Cancelo does really well to win the ball there. Will play through for the wide man. Pedro Neto gets into a good position. Bruno Fernandes. Can he finish? It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Pedro Neto. He's a sharp little ball here. Nico Williams providing an outlet on that flank. Oh, sweet feet. He's shifting through the gears here. Vitinha. João Neves. And it's Mendes. And here's João Felix. Bruno Fernandes. Pedri has found the net here, of course. Looking to play him in. Well, played right into his path. Nuno Mendes. And time is up. Portugal looking by any yardstick formidable. Truly enjoyable to watch and clearly so together. That was a terrific day for them. Cristiano Ronaldo walking off with the spoils, richly deserved. So there it is. What struck you most about that?
Portugal really were great today. They showed a lot of battling qualities required in a game like this, such as intensity, personality, a gritty spirit. I think this result was well merited.
That's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin. A very good evening to you all. It is a deeply historic derby. The rivalry between Spain and Portugal is ancient and heartfelt, and so this is an intense, intriguing Iberian affair. It is utterly unpredictable. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. A pair of neighbours ready to go at each other again.
Well, the calibre of players available to both teams makes this game a potential classic every time, Peter. OK, you may think the Spaniards have had the better of things in direct showdowns in recent big tournaments, but I can see very little difference in terms of relative strengths.
Things already rolling. Pride, tradition, the game neither dares lose. And he's picked it up out wide, and he's intervened well there. Threads one in. It's a promising position. And it's Rodri. And he shoots! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Nuno Mendes. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, in these days of inverted wingers...
Oyarzabal! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
He's definitely living up to the occasion here. He just loves being out there amongst it.
And it's been taken short. Llorente, and that's played in low. That's put pay to the danger. The ball has bounced loose now. And here's Llorente. Vitinha. Llorente just loves to go forward whenever he can. That is good alertness. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Oh, that's fabulous. Distributed tidily.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Now it's Vitinha, and that could set him on his way. He is through here. And the shot! And the ball's come loose here. It's gone in, and it is an own goal.
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Look, often chances are hard to come by in these games, so just one mistake could be all it takes to make the difference.
Pedro Neto, he's being urged to shoot. There's the shot! And again! It's bounced back off the post. And he can clear it away. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Pass somewhat off target. And it's Gavi. And he's in on goal. Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Look, when we talk about decision-making, there's a great example. Strong and decisive.
Oh, good-looking ball. That's very neat.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded this...
And a chance! And that's a tiny finish. And there's the goal they've been looking for. Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Well, at one stage he was being body-checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
Portugal are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Vitinha. Nuno Mendes. And it's Bruno Fernandes. And the shot! It's anyone's ball now. Oh, what has happened here? Flint getting up there! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting! They are purring, truly purring! Everyone waited for the cross, but he had other ideas.
Peter, you have to have a certain imagination to produce the incredible, and that was incredible.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Llorente. And it's Pedri. That pass has been well intercepted. Now it's Pedro Neto. Oh, he's trying to skip past his man. Gavi. So, what can they make of this? Nicely weighted ball. Vega. Vitinha.
Foram indicados 2
Ferran
minutos de
Torres.
compensação.
He's shifting through the gears here.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Played out to the left flank. Rodri. And it's Ruiz. Now it's Oyarzabal. And it's Pedri. Gavi.
That's good play from him.
And for the first half, that is that. Well, I don't think many people saw this coming ahead of kickoff.
Well, they're in a great position, Peter, so why stop now? I would say keep going, keep at it. They've done everything right so far, so they'll want to keep things that way.
Well, the players definitely know they're in a derby. More of the same to come after the break, you can be sure of that. Portugal looking like the only team in this. They lead by 3. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. And he is going into that little black book. João Neves tries to clear. João Felix. Fabian Ruiz. Ferran Torres is in a really good position out wide. Vitinha. Now Ruben Dias. João Cancelo. Vitinha has created 1 goal already. And here's João Felix. Oh, the ball's gone astray. Can he finish? A whisker away from making it 4.
Bruno Fernandes probably should have taken a breath and looked for runners. It helps to put your head up from time to time, Peter.
Bruno Fernandes goes short. And now they can spring out of defence. Portugal looking close to untouchable here at 3-0. And here's João Felix. Unai Simon gets his hands on it and the danger is averted. Nuno Mendes. Here's João Felix. And it's made its way to him. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
And it's Gavi. Pedri, spread out to the left. Cucurella charging forward down that flank. Oh, well played, plenty of numbers back. João Cancelo defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Now it's Gavi. Real chance! It's a goal! And that really is so impressive.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
So could they be onto something here? João Neves tries to play it through. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, that was brilliantly defended.
Está a acontecer uma substituição.
Portugal have their second corner now. Bruno Fernandes plays it short. Takes a shot! And that is well cleared. And it's Mendes. Now it's Neves. Fabian Ruiz. The pass is intercepted. Yamal. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And he's found a way past. He's had a shot! And he's found the net!
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
All of a sudden we have a game here.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
It's Williams! It's Luke. Oh, he's been caught napping.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Shoots! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. João Cancelo. And the finish! And that was very necessary. Tries one from range. And that could have brought them level.
Oh, they really needed him to put that away.
Spain have opted to make another change here.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Fabian Ruiz. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. João Neves. Front-footed pressing going on here. Bruno Fernandes. Knocks it into space. Big chance! And he hits the net! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Portugal have surely won it, or so you would think.
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see their more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
And the shot! And it's hoisted clear. Pedro Neto showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out.
Foram indicados 4 minutos de compensação.
That has not gone well. Llorente. There will be 4 extra minutes. Well, nicely intercepted. Laporte. That's headed upfield. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Spread to the right. Oh, well played, well played. And that is that. And so they have the outcome they desire. A dose of reality and quality, absolute togetherness, and the job is... Well, there's little doubt that Spain and Portugal are 2 of the 21st century's most formidable teams. Both ambitious, both obliged to win, both crammed with incredible talent, but only one can prevail. Cristiano Ronaldo! That was superb goalkeeping!
It's quite a show he's putting on here. This is excellent work.
Portugal with the corner, they're first. Bruno Fernandes plays it short. Big chance! And he gets rid in a hurry. Spain have the chance to go the other. João Felix! And he has kept it out somehow.
João Felix clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Portugal have their second corner now.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Now who's going to be first to this? Looking for options for movement. Ball comes getting up there! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Cristiano Ronaldo actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
It's a good run down the right. Now it's Llorente. He's shifting through the gears here. Llorente stood his ground strongly. He's found a way past, looking to play him in. João Felix. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, this guy, Llorente, is a player who's made great use of his versatility. He made his name as a defensive midfielder, of course, but he's done well in more advanced positions, wide and central areas. It'll be interesting to see what he ends up turning into. Number 10, possibly, you wouldn't rule that out.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Ferran Torres.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes. Good driving run. And a chance! Pau Kubasi clears without hesitation. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, it's plain for all to see who has settled into this game with the greater superiority. Now for a goal.
That's a cute ball. And he's there to clear it. So, third corner of the game. And it's been taken short.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Now there's a find, takes a shot! We've got to be quick to recover this. And it's hoisted clear. Nuno Mendes. And it's Bruno Fernandes. This looks promising.
João Felix really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
João Felix. Pass somewhat off target. That has been slung wide. Nicely shaped ball. That's a shade optimistic.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Bruno Fernandes. Vitinha. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Ferran Torres looking to receive it in space.
Okay, it didn't quite come off. The execution, I think, needs a retry, maybe with a better outcome.
Nuno Mendes. Vega. João Cancelo promptly onto that, and that is that. Now that looks a decent ball. Gavi. Now it's Pedro Neto. João Neves. Rodri. Shifted it to the flank. Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. Llorente calmly anticipates. Pedri. Lovely pass, but can he get there? João Neves. Distributed tidily for Pedro Neto. And it's Neves. Bruno Fernandes. Not the most accurate pass. Now it's Oyarzabal. Now it's Gavi. Now it's Oyarzabal. Spread to the right. Ferran Torres finding himself in space. Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, a delicate chip through. Pedro Neto receives it in a good position here. Chance, surely! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Nuno Mendes with the cross. Pau Kubasi with the clearance. That's the end of the first 45. And it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. Reflections on the first half?
It's a bit disappointing the way the team couldn't make the most of what looked like a pretty high-octane start, Peter. But this break should give them enough time to rediscover their focus and intent and start the second half in a similar manner. They have to keep believing.
Well, it has been confrontational, combative, competitive, everything you'd expect from Derby Day. Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. And so the action is resumed.
Portugal have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
And he's there to get it away. Spain have it back and can go again. Fabian Ruiz.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And it's Mendes. Mendes venturing down the left. Rodri. Pedri pokes it out wide. He's got away.
They want to be quick here, it's breakaway time.
Portugal can breathe again, just.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
It's Cristiano! It's hit the upright. Llorente. Still absolutely nothing to report here, goals-wise. Pedri.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and I'll add, ambitious.
Oh, good effort! Nearly, but not quite.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Nuno Mendes. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. And it's Vitinha. Oh, he's found support out wide. He has found the way through. Portugal have reclaimed it. Now it's Yamal. And it's Ruiz. Now it's João Felix. And this is Ronaldo. João Neves. You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
He's a sharp little ball here. Cucurella has it in a wide position. Great vision. So we have further activity on the bench here. So a double change here, and both changes are offensive.
It's a bold move. The manager's made his intentions pretty clear. He's going for this.
Substituição para Portugal. Número 11. Sai e vai entrar para o seu lugar com o número 17.
João Cancelo. Oh, easy pickings there. Now, can they get him away? Clipped into space. Has a look and plays it forward. Looking for a runner. And he was alert to it. Llorente cuts it out. Spread it left. Nico Williams has it out wide and in space. Williams! Of course! Finally, the deadlock is broken.
Look, before we can even delve into the detail, the significance of taking the lead should be our initial reflection, and that's priceless.
A truly wicked strike, nigh on perfection. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Driven in. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do.
Portugal really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Shoots! And he makes no mistake. A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Yeah, he wouldn't...
Oh, he's rising! And no, he had to, and yet he could not.
That could yet prove very pivotal. Chances like that just can't be wasted.
Well, what about it? Portugal are taking this to full distance. Terrific stuff. Cristiano Ronaldo under intense pressure.
Listen, it's not nice and it's not clever, Peter, but it has to be done when he tries to make one of those telling runs.
And here's Nico Williams.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Al Kubasi did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Nico Williams. Yamal! Bruno Fernandes. That has not gone well. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Wriggles his way through, and here's Yamal, and he is deftly away. So 90 minutes have come and gone, it's going to be extra time. So Jim, any strong opinions after all of that?
Well, there was very little between the sides all the way through, so extra time is the correct next step.
Well, no winner after 90 minutes, another 30 minutes, hopefully to make a difference.
Substituição para Portugal. Número 8. Número 25.
90 minutes gone and nothing between them still. Portugal displayed great resilience to find the late equaliser that's got them here. Now can they go one better? And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Pedri.
That's really good energy, Peter, the way they defend from the front.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Pedri, who's set up 1 goal so far, and it's been played through. Cristiano Ronaldo! Incredible! Just incredible! A game of margins, a game of thrills. This might just do it. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Portugal with the lead. Now it's Williams. No, he's not getting his way this time. Ruben Neves is the guilty party there. Ruben Neves did incur the wrath of the referee and has earned himself a booking in the process. He'll try from distance! And a truly agonising miss.
Well, it's certainly encouraging, Peter. At least they're going about things the right way after falling behind.
Oh, he's gifted it to the opposition. Aims beyond the defence. He's had a shot! And there's a goal! And there's the goal they've been looking for.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
Portugal now in a position far more desirable. He has a look up. Space for him to turn and look. Rafael Leao. So just 15 minutes still to come. So there you have it. This game has tipped tellingly in one direction. 15 minutes to go, but it is starting to look done. The hostilities have already resumed. This really has been thrilling. Both sides going at it, and now for the final act. Can he get away here?
Oh, really well played.
Oh, some astute defending there. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And he welcomes it in. Real chance! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And they are disappearing out of sight. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing team. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
It's starting to look like a done deal now. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Now it's Ruben Neves. João Cancelo has the space to scheme. Pedri. Now Nico Williams. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Bernardo Silva. Merino. Pedri. Spread out to the left. And he's managed to get free. Crunching tackle. Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. Ruben Dias has been booked, just to confirm, for that earlier incident. And that's the keeper's ball. And that is that. Portugal have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through unwaveringly to win. A great performance by any measure. Cristiano Ronaldo claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. So there it is. What struck you most about that?
That is a superb win. This is one of those games where the result justifies whatever means. Just look at the players celebrating with the fans. Everyone pumped. Takes me back.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this. A capacity crowd here.
Well, I wouldn't just look at this being another friendly, Peter.
Is that your own experience?
Yeah, if the opposition played like they meant business, we were obliged to return the favour. I don't think there's much difference here.
We are just getting started.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
And it's Vitinha. Oh, good. Pedro Neto! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
It's a really well-measured ball. Meunier. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to save from up here, I know. Pedro Neto. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Cristiano Ronaldo really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Can he get onto this?
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Mechela over to the right flank. And it's Meunier. To Ketelara. He's had a shot! And for sure, that was not one of his best.
The Ketelara really looked sharp out there. That first touch, sensational.
No goals as yet. Onana. Doku. Aims beyond the defence. Pedro Neto. Bruno Fernandes. Now it's Neves. He's having a shot! Nearly, but not quite.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Bruno Fernandes. And it's Neves. And it's Vitinha. Applies the finish! And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And he's had it nicked away. Now João Neves. And here's Chris. He's having a hit! And that caused a fair bit of alarm.
Cristiano Ronaldo
Certainly made the right decision there to hit it first time. I had the feeling he might try it the way the ball arrived.
And that's clear cut. It's a free kick. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. João Neves. 30 minutes gone. Now this could be a chance. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Cristiano Ronaldo
Actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Portugal with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. And it's made chance! They've got to be quick to recover this.